So once you click on the link, it's going to bring you to this page. You're just going to make a copy, ignore everything else. So then you're going to get into this page where you can navigate to the dashboard and where you're going to do your submissions using these links over here if you want to be fancy, or you can just do it the old school way, and I'm going to do it the old school way. So in this cover page, you're going to find all these instructions, and I highly suggest that you go through each and every of these instructions so that you can understand how to use it much better. From there, you're going to go and check out your dashboard. This is where now it's just going to visualize every single thing that you're doing. I wanted you to be able to understand your journey and your progress by just a glance. I'll come back to this. I got distracted by this daily affirmation over there. You have replaced why me with why not me, because yeah, why not you? So I'm going to come back and explain how this dashboard works. But for this dashboard to work, you actually have to enter your submission, and this is the most important part of this digital product. And might I add, in case you do not read the instructions, because a lot of people don't read the instructions, do not touch anything else apart from this page right here. This is where you're going to be putting your data, because if you touch anything else, it's going to break the digital product. And if it breaks the digital product, then it's not going to function. But unfortunately, if you're a curious person and you decide to break something, just go back to the email, click the link again. It will make you a fresh copy, and you can just start all over again because you don't want to follow instructions. But if you want to follow instructions, it's going to be really small for you. So here's where you're going to be putting in your data. For the date, you can just, step one is actually just delete all this information. You just come, you just delete. So after you've deleted every single thing, when it comes to the date, you just press enter and you select the date. Say for example, let's just use today's date. I'm gonna use that. And then for my ask, what did you ask? I'm just gonna drag this down here because yeah, I don't feel like typing. And then when it comes to the category, we only have two types of categories. That is the big wins and the casual rejections. And please note that the big wins are the things that are going to change your life completely, financially, put you in the map. These are the big wins. The casual rejections are the ones that you use to take a break without quitting, and I'll explain. So the big wins are things like this: asking to be a keynote speaker at an event, asking for a role, DMing that recruiter to ask for a role, DMing that person to mentor you, DMing these big things that can bring you money and can change your life financially. However, I do understand and recognize that it gets overwhelming to just keep on asking for the big things. So sometimes you need a break without quitting. Introducing the casual rejections. These are things like asking for a discount, asking a stranger to take a photo. These are requests that make you comfortable with no's, but they might not change your life completely, really, because how would asking a stranger to take a photo of you change your life? It will not change your life financially. It will just change your life in the sense that you're going to get comfortable with chasing the no's. Remember, the goal is to chase as many no's as you can. Ask for the world, ask for the moon, ask for the stars. So I'm going to just put that under casual rejection. And then when it comes to the outcome, I did not want to complicate it. We only have two outcomes, yes or no. There's nothing like maybe or you're waiting. And then when it comes to it's how scary was it on a scale of 1 to 5, and here you need to be very, very honest with yourself. Let's say asking for a discount. Probably I was asking for a discount from a big brand or maybe a small brand. I don't know, just be ridiculous with this request, be delusional, aim for the stars, aim for the moon. Like, a lot of people in this life do not get anything that they want because they never ask. And you've heard what they say, the universe meets you at your level of audacity, okay? And it rewards you with what you ask for, not what you want. Fortune favors the bold, don't forget that. So let's say here my fear level is at a 3, and then you can come here and write why did they say no. Could be they didn't have a budget for you, it could be they did not have money at this time, and all that. So every time you input here, just know that this dashboard is updating automatically. That's why I'm telling you don't touch anything. And so I'm going to walk you through how this dashboard here works. So when you start with this scorecard over here, it's 0.80% distance to 1000. This basically shows you how far you are in percentage to complete the challenge. The goal is to get to 100%. So right now I'm at 0.80. Okay, this one is the no to yes ratio. How many no's do you have to go through so that you can get 1 yes? It's going to calculate cumulatively and up to where you are at in the challenge. For me right now it's at 2.5, 1. So for every 2, this is just basically 3. For every 3 no's, I'm getting 1 yes. So increase the no's so that if you want the yes. But realistically, if you're gonna chase 1,000 no's, there has to be at least 10 yeses right in there that are going to change your life completely. And then here is the current momentum. It's going to be showing you whether you're active or if you're stalling, and let me show you how that works. Let's say, for example, let me just remove this entry that we did today. So it's going to tell you if you've stalled and by how many days you've stalled. Like now, before today, the last time I made an inquiry over there, it was 5 days ago. So look at this metric so much, because here lies your inconsistency in 3D. It's just going to show you here how much you've stalled. If you're in motion, it's going to tell you. If you've not put anything, it's just going to remind you. And then this is just a fun metric. This is a game where the goal is to collect $10,000, because for every inquiry you make, whether you get a yes or a no, you are rewarded $10. And please note that this is fictional money. I don't want you DMing me to ask me for money. This is just fictional money. It's just a psychological game. So the goal is to get to $10,000. Because I have asked 7 times, I have earned myself $70, which means you are still a long way to go. But here's a message: you're building resilience, and this message automates every time you get to a milestone, like 0 to 100, you'll get a different message. So look into that, and always make sure you're looking into these metrics. This for your consistency, this for that game. Here it's going to show you your total yeses, the yeses you've gotten so far, the no's you've gotten so far, because at some point the data is going to be too much for your eyes, so hence the dashboard. And then the casual rejections and the big swings. Remember, this number should always be higher than the casual rejections, because like I've said before, this is the number that is going to change your life, and this is the ones that you use to get comfortable with no's. But make sure at all times this number is higher. And this is a really interesting metric. This meter moves as you go to 1,000, and it's going to show you how many inquiries you've made so far. And then it also has an automated message. Like here it says, nice start, you're building the habit, keep swinging, because you've not hit the milestone. Once you get here, you're going to get something else. When you get here, you're going to get something else. When you get here, you're going to get a different message. Okay. And then here is your average fear. Here is your average fear, because we are tracking the fear from a scale of 1 to 5. This is how afraid you are these days to ask for people. Like according to the data that I've put, mine is at 3/5, because the maximum is 5. And this message is also going to keep on changing depending on where you are at. If you are at 1, it's going to give you a different message. If you are 2, 3, 4, 5, it's just going to give you a different message and a different color. Here is again your inconsistency in 3D, your weekly asks. It's going to give you how many asks you've done the past 7 days. And then this here has to be my favorite metric. It's tracking this week's peak bravery. It's going to highlight the ask that you did that scared you the most in this week, like the past 7 days. Like for me, it's asking for a fintech role according to the data that I've put in, because I put my scared level at 5. And then here is a daily affirmation that changes every single time. Remember, when you came here, it was something different, and now it's something else. So basically that's it, and that is the dashboard. If you do have any feedback, any complaint, something that is not working, or you want something to be added into this digital product, please email me at potatosdata@gmail.com. I reply to every email, every inquiry, and every message. Sometimes you can just email me if you just want to talk about your challenge, how frustrating it is for you, or how scared you are and you just need an extra push. Just write me in that email and I am going to reply to you. I'm also taking part in this challenge, and I'm going to be sharing my journey on my socials, mostly on TikTok at Data and Potatoes, and occasionally at Instagram, but TikTok mostly. So go get your nose. Don't quit your daydream. Remember, you are creating the life that you actually want. Thank you so much for purchasing this product. I truly appreciate it. Go get your nose.